As Sanjay
Yeah.
Hegde said, you could have an act of parliament saying certain communication, official communication could now go from Bharat. It is not that you will not be the president of India, it won't be the Supreme Court of India. We don't know, right, Sandeep? We don't
Yeah,
fully know
absolutely.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that is the interesting point, or rather amusing point, how BJP does these things, to just send out a president's invite and then test the reaction. I'm sure that invite so that's a very, very typical BJP way of doing. I think as an observer, I would say, at best it's amusing.
Okay, let me. Sandeep is, of course, making the point about it being amusing, and I want to bring in Madhavan, who doesn't find this amusing, who actually thinks this could be something other than amusing. Go ahead, Madhavan. Can we unmute Madhavan, please? Yeah. Hang on, Madhavan. Let me do it. 1 second. Madhavan. Yeah, go ahead.
Let us look at the context in which things have been happening very systematically over the past 5 to 10 years. The Rajpath has been named Kartavya Path, and there has been a Central Vista project to erase what they believe is a colonial legacy. The second thing is the Indian Penal Code has been renamed as Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. And Vivek Dev Roy, who is a member of the government's Economic Advisory Council, on Independence Day called for the idea of a second constitution of India, a new constitution of India. And we all know that RSS's India map or Bharat map of Akhand Bharat includes everything from Afghanistan to Burma. So they have this whole dream. So we could say that this is a case of pushing the envelope towards the dream of the Akhand Bharat they have. And whether that tallies with the idea of a modern Indian unity is where we are going to examine this. Let me bring in something very, very interesting. Mani Ratnam made a movie called Roja around 1990, which was interestingly and ironically the first Indian movie made on the Kashmir separatist problem of 1990, made first in Tamil, then dubbed in Hindi, and A.R. Rahman shot to fame with that film. But the original lyrics of that song, Bharat Humse Jaan Se Pyara Hai in Hindi, was written in Tamil by Vairamuthu, and the song has very interesting lyrics. Please permit me to use Tamil for 10 seconds. En Veedu Thai, Tamara Tamara goes the song. It doesn't say India, India or Bharat, Bharat. Instead of Bharat Humko Jaan Se Pyara Hai, in Tamil it goes Tamara Tamara Nalai Nam Nale. Tamilian, tomorrow is ours. And then it says, please let me just go into the translation. It says, my homeland is Tamil Nadu. Say that loud, but call me Indian and stand up for India. Uses the word Indian, not Bharatiya.
Right.
And then goes on to say the color may change, the character may change, the place may change, the earth may change, the language may change, but the meaning is one. And it uses the word Indian throughout. When it was translated in Hindi or dubbed in Hindi, the word Bharat was substituted. So therefore, an modern Indian constitution as a union of states, as a federation of consensual, documented, constitution-based unity exists in India. And therefore, last point, very important point, Barka. Nationalism as a global idea is only 500 years old.
Okay.
What we are trying to do is to create a civilizational identity and merge it into a modern identity, not the other way around.
Okay, I can see that you're not amused, and I just want to clarify that I think what amuses Sandeep is the fact that nobody actually knows what's happening. That is the amusing part. Sandeep himself, as an admirer of the Prime Minister, is not convinced of this move. Banu, as someone who has often supported government policies, it's not clear what's actually going on. Says the Hindu right may actually be divided on this. None of us know, and that is the amusing part, that the government is past master at keeping everybody guessing. And we have gone the whole gamut from women's reservation bill to One Nation One bill to now saying this fresh resolution is coming in Parliament. And the truth is, we simply have no idea. Nobody does. I want to play out Rajeev Chandrasekhar and what he has said on this in a moment. Banu, go ahead. These are last comments, guys. Just we have a couple of minutes left on the program. Banu, go ahead. Make it quick, please.
So, Mr. Madhavan did not sing the whole song completely. So there is a part which says, Vondrana Bharata Munne Kakum Allava, which says that the Bharat is referred to for India, and says that when the India is united, it will take care of you as well. And that there goes the lyrics. Okay. So, okay. So second is,
I think he's wanting to say something to
Since
you.
I was
Market.
mentioned, I want to say the big song echoes the Indian constitution. It says India, that is Bharat. So it begins with India and then says Bharat. Therefore, it is exactly in line with the constitution of the Republic.
Okay, all right.
okay.
And
So,
Okay, Madhavan, let Banu complete his point. Banu, go ahead. Yeah.
see, Baka, like, in negotiation strategy, right? Like one of the best negotiation strategy is to make the opposition negotiate with himself or herself or with the group. So that's exactly what the BJP has done. It has not done anything. It has not done any talking. So now you see Kejriwal actually positing a theory. Then you'll have other opposition players positing their own theories. And, they want to play this game and, want to make these disparate India alliance people tie themselves in knots. Okay. So I think that seems to be the strategy. And to be fair, the alliance actually had come up with a very catchy name. And I think BJP is sort of a bit rattled by that. See, they came up initially with the Gamandia thing. Then it was Indian Mujahideen. Then it was ... alliance. And now they're going with India alliance, right? So I think this is one of the many arrows in the quiver that the BJP is using to counter the change in nomenclature.
I think that's a very fair point. Let's not pretend that anything in an election year, both from the government and the opposition, and it can be any party, is not deeply political. Now, Sushil Modi, leader of the BJP, says that the constitution, both India and Bharat are there. For 75 years, if the president of India was written, what's the objection in writing president of Bharat? I think we've all said that there's no objection. Sanjay Hegde said, as long as India is not effaced in any permanent sense. But then the point that the BJP is now building on is that India is somehow a British, a colonial sort of consequence, and a decolonization should pivot us to Bharat. But it is independent India's constitutional architects who said India, that is Bharat. Nevertheless, before last comments from Sandeep and Sanjay Hegde, listen to what Rajeev Chandrasekhar had to say.
कि प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया की जगह पर प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ भारत लिखा हुआ है,
तो इसमें मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा इसमें गलत क्या है। भारत देश का हमारा देश भारत ही है, इसमें प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ भारत लिखने में किसको तकलीफ है?
तो कांग्रेस कह रही है संविधान से छेड़छाड़ है सर। कांग्रेस कह रही है संविधान से छेड़छाड़।
कांग्रेस को तो सब कुछ छेड़छाड़ी दिखता है ना। उनको एक दिन सनातन धर्म को इरेडिकेट करना है, दूसरा दिन कुछ और बोलेंगे। इसमें मुझे कोई नहीं लगता इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम है। भारत का नाम अगर हम भारत नहीं यूज करेंगे तो क्या यूज करेंगे?
So the speculation is that in the upcoming
I can't comment on people's speculation and their mental problems. Our country is Bharat. On that, there should be no two doubts about this.
Will it be a part of the special session? That's what some are asking.
But you'll have to wait and see, isn't it? No.
You'll have to wait and see, and by then we would have had 40 other theories about what's actually going to happen in this parliament session. Very quickly, Sandeep, before I give the last word to Sanjay Hegde, a politically clever coupling there with the Sanatan Dharm controversy of Udaynidhi Stalin. That's also ammunition that the BJP has been given. That's also exposed chinks in the armor of a cohesive response from the India alliance. But on this, they're going to be united. They're going to say, you're scared of us. That's why you're doing this name change, if the name change is happening. Very quickly, Sandeep.
See, Barka has been open season of speculations. We did a show the other day to think where is one nation, one election. The funny thing is BJP is, first kind of leaking it and then backing it up with some action. Thereafter, this committee was formed with and now this is happening. So, they're kind of keeping it there. So a lot of things happening and it will continue to go through. If Bharat happens, totally on the side, I have another issue. People abroad are already trying to compare Modi with Erdogan and all that. And now they'll say, oh, he made Turkey see. Another person is now making Bharat. So they are all thinking in the same way. It'll just kind of mount that kind of speculation as well.
Yeah, I think that's very sagely pointed out, that you can't separate the politics and some of the already existing narratives, both for and against. Sanjay Hegde, very quickly, to build, and this has to be the last word, I'm afraid, gentlemen, to build on your point that you could legally have an act of parliament specifying in which communication the word Bharat is to replace India. That would not be legally problematic, because everywhere else where India is used will continue to be used. Sanjay?
Well, constitutionally may not be problematic, but the government of the day would have to deal with the emotions of a whole host of people who are invested with India. I am 58 years old. I was born an Indian. I hope to die an Indian.